Welcome back to my channel, to the new and returning subscribers. For those just visiting, welcome back. I am Elaine and I am an internationally educated nurse. I am currently in the UK and still undergoing the process of moving to British Columbia. Today, I'll be sharing a brief overview of the financial support that is available for international educated nurses as they move towards getting to British Columbia. The International Educated Nurses Bursary Program started on the 31st of January this year, and it is a means of helping nurses who are trained abroad to get financial support to get to Canada. This financial support is not an upfront support. That means you have to spend your money, and once you get to Canada and you have a social insurance number, you can then claim for this money back. The information that I will be using today is from nursingjobsbc.ca, and it talks about the Internationally Educated Nurse Bursary Program, which started in January 2023, so that's January this year. It talks about internationally educated nurses who applied to BC CNM before and those who have started the process after the 31st of January 2023. So it talks about the credentialing assessment. You can get up to 1,200 Canadian dollars to cover the costs of getting your credentials assessed. It also talks about getting up to 400 Canadian dollars per attempt at doing your English language proficiency tests. It covers also up to 690 Canadian dollars for applying to BC CNM. For the nurses who are registering after January 2023, the fee will be waived with a signed return of service form. For the NCAS assessment, for nurses who had to pay the fee before January 31st, 2023, you can have a one-time payment of up to 3,150 Canadian dollars, whereas nurses who are registering after this period or who have started the registration process after January this year, their fees waived. There's an NCAS travel stipend available of up to 1,000 Canadian dollars reimbursement to offset some of the costs associated with travel and accommodation, and this is only available to residents of BC. The transitional education is you can get up to 10,000 Canadian dollars for additional upgrade educational programs, so mainly short courses. Let us look at the eligibility criteria. The nurses who are registering, as mentioned before, there is a return of service agreement that you need to sign. For all other international educated nurses, the bursary or the reimbursement, in addition to committing to a return of service agreement application, must also meet the following. One is you must not currently hold or have previously held registration as a nurse in any other province or territory in Canada. So the person who reached out and asked, how do they transfer from Toronto to BC? This financial support would not be applicable to you, or some of the costs would not be funded by BC. The second is BC must be the only province that you are applying to or have applied to as a nurse. 3, if you have registered prior to January 31st to BCCNM or NCAS, you may not be eligible. 4, have a Canadian Social Insurance number. Applicants without a valid SIN may be eligible for bursary support but will not receive payment until they have a valid Canadian Social Insurance number, which was what I mentioned earlier. This money will not be paid up front, and you have incurred costs on or after May 1st, 2021, and have or will complete the BCCNM registration on or after the 1st of May 2022. Other supports that are available for internationally educated nurses are navigation support, financial support, employment, and immigration support. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you in our next video.